you don't have to do it any one way. Like whatever works for you works for you. Even two people that do TA are gonna have their own like style and
Always.
include like different little spices and seasonings and things like that. Like I knew a guy that started with like I think between 1 and 2K. He traded for a year. He studied nothing but volume based trading, and he made over $1 million in a year just doing volume based trading in crypto. So like he didn't care about RSI. He didn't care about like all he did was look at the if something was overbought, oversold, the fluctuations in volume, etc. So yeah, like don't think that there's any one right way to do it. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to you know. I would say like I will post that book in education.
What is going on, guys? Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. So that clip actually was from a 2-hour stream and AMA that we just recorded today, just probably an hour or two ago. And I wanted to share that with you. And that is one of our newest members and teammates of Cage's Trades. He is a DECA millionaire, has had some massive success, tells his story from humble beginnings. And I always like how honest he is with some of his investment strategies early on. And one of the smartest people that I think I've ever spoken to in the space. So that 2-hour recording is available in Discord, and we will be taking the snapshot of all active members shortly. Let's kick it off here. First things first, I was sharing on Twitter, crypto job postings have jumped 395% in 2021. Right on LinkedIn, the top cities for listings were San Francisco, Austin, another fintech capital, New York City, Miami, crypto capital of the US, and Denver. In other news, just on the macro view of the crypto asset class, Hulu is looking for assistance to break into the cryptocurrency market, NFTs, and the metaverse to target the streamers of tomorrow. Very smart move, and other organizations will be following suit shortly. Also, blockchain backer. I've been looking at the charts all afternoon. I'm absurdly bullish on the altcoin market and borderline FOMO, fear of missing out. And I'm assuming he's referring to the Bitcoin dominance at 39% currently. And I did retweet a really cool thread he shared earlier. I'm sure you guys saw this, so I'll respect your time, but really going over Verge, the Bitcoin chart, looking at this bottom after this reaccumulation, one final dip, and then boom. Holding support, okay? So this is the Verge, XVG, and Bitcoin price chart. Now, actually fast forwarding to today, as strange as it seems, on the scale of nearly 8 years, Litecoin has printed a similar structure versus the Bitcoin price chart. So if you catch my drift, I think this is a very interesting time for the altcoin market. In full disclosure, I do not own any Litecoin currently, but damn, maybe I will. And as you can see right here, this thread goes longer, so be sure to check this out. Most importantly, this is that fractal he overlays for the Bitcoin dominance. We also have a lot of people like Credible Crypto saying that this Bitcoin dominance will form a new low compared to 2018's low before the end of the cycle. So yes, I stick to my guns. I am not changing my mind on the altcoin market, specifically on alts that are well below the retracements and of course well below their all-time high price. Next up, Ripple is trending. It seems like this is happening every other week. And if you did catch my video just a couple days ago going over the XRP price chart, not only the US dollar pair, but Bitcoin and Ethereum and the XRP dominance. And I don't know about you, to each their own, but I am only focused on accumulating XRP at these levels. Another blockchain backer thing I wanted to share. So I know he loves his Zcash, ZEC. Well, Barry Silbert of Digital Currency Group is always a big fan. He is shilling Zcash. Now, Zcash is one of those assets that has ample price history, and in the previous bull run, it absolutely skyrocketed. We can see Barry Silbert of Digital Currency Group, the backers behind API 3, of course even investing into Ripple back in the day, Hedera Hashgraph, and so many other amazing projects. One by one, you will all add it to your crypto portfolio. And he posted this yesterday. And even right here laughing at this, DCG's investing team is growing. We are looking for an associate to focus on crypto assets. Being long Zcash will probably help you get an interview. Now, I do not think that Barry Silbert would risk his entire reputation on shilling an asset only to dump on retail. I think there's a method to the madness here. And maybe it's foolish on my end, but I think I'm going to be trusting him and looking at Zcash to have some solid performance for this year of 2022. We'll go down to the chart for Zcash. Let's take a look at it. And as you can see, Zcash is one of the many assets that is yet to surpass its previous all-time high price. And no, I'm not going to consider this wick for the all-time high price. I'm just considering the most recent January 2018 high. So even right here on the right-hand side, Zcash and the Bitcoin price chart on Gemini, we have yet to run and we are sitting relatively close to support. We got a nice bounce here. And the Zcash Ethereum chart is basically sitting at an all-time low price. And although I love ETH and I think it's going to do well in the future, I think that Zcash is just extremely due for a very nice bounce. Same thing with XRP, of course. Okay, that is enough of Zcash, but right here, the SEC must surrender Hinman email on Ether to Ripple. This is great for the Ripple vs. SEC case. In other news, by XRP Crypto Wolf, we have Nexo, one of my favorite platforms, and yes, they are backed and compliant. We can say they distributed their Songbird and XFi to XRP holders. Next up, XRP Crypto Wolf, we have Bahrain, another country, completed a digital payments trial with JPM Coin, JP Morgan Coin for intra-network settlements for the wholesale side. Remember, XRP is not intra, it's not closed, it's inter, it's between, it's a lot more open. We have to be realistic. No, there's not going to be some utopia-like world in the future where everything is open payments. There's completely a trustless environment where we trust everybody, that it's all running on this DLT network and it's all happy-go-lucky and there's no counterparty risk. We have to be realistic. Institutions are still going to retain some form of control. That's just how the world works. However, I continue to bet off XRP being listed next to JPM Coin in the World Economic Forum's document for interbank wholesale settlements for banks. And also, Ripple also partnered with Bahrain to launch central bank digital currencies. We have the Republic of Palau, a few other countries, of course, and like 6 or 7 countries that we list regularly that already have regulatory clarity for XRP. This is really cool, shared by you today. XRP can now be sent to human-readable addresses. So we have some. Of course, everybody knows and loves this wallet. This is a self-custody wallet for the XRP ledger and all XRPL-based assets. They integrate FIO protocol to advance the UX, the user interface, of crypto remittances. So they're going to be integrating this FIO send, a core feature of FIO protocol, to bring better usability to their 500,000 global users. And so what happens with this integration is that users will be able to send XRP or any XRPL issued token currency, and keep in mind there are plenty nowadays, to a human-readable FIO crypto handle. And this now eliminates the need to copy and paste long and complicated wallet addresses. And keep in mind, there's a risk when you go to manually copy something and you forget a single character. You could lose your entire payment, or if you type something incorrectly. This also takes me right back to unstoppable domains. As you can see in the top right of my channel, kevincage.crypto, that is a domain and a crypto wallet that I own. And of course, XRP is actually tied to that address. So if you send, or if I give kevincage.crypto to somebody, they can type that in and use that as my deposit address, and I will receive XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin. I think I also tied Chainlink to it, and maybe VeChain. And that will be linked right in the video description so you can create your own crypto domain and have an all-in-one wallet address. I wanted to talk about this. Although this is old, this is going to be painting a picture for the future. So, Chainalysis will be partnering with Robinhood. FYI, no, I do not use Robinhood. No, I do not hold any crypto on this platform, but it has a huge amount of adoption just because of the simplicity of this platform. Chainalysis will be partnering with them to provide data and tools for trading in advance of the app launching its crypto wallet. All of these applications like Robinhood are going to be bringing a greater number of crypto investors into the market. Also, you have another Chainlink node that has went live today, of course. Weather centers, weather stations are huge for Oracle networks and even decentralized APIs in the future. Cough, cough, API 3. We also know that Samsung has opened a metaverse store in Decentraland. Other companies are following suit. And please recall that the entire market cap of Apple is larger than the cryptocurrency market. A single company. We're early. In longer term, of course, this is the tokenization of everything. So we're talking hundreds of trillions, if not over 1 quadrillion. Now, of course, that could be decades away, but that's still going to happen. Now, this is a funny video shared by Crypto Eddie, and she's tagging the CEO of Binance CZ. And this is a pretty interesting video. And it is true to some degree, of course, because Ethereum, the father, the parent of smart contracts and all these platforms built on top of it. I mean, even NFTs, of course. Well, I just wanted to emphasize that even he goes on to acknowledge that Binance, a centralized solution today, is more efficient than ETH. Now, I did retweet this. It's about 2 minutes long. And it is interesting to hear this come out of Vitalik's mouth. And it makes you wonder where the future of these assets is going. Because yes, there's a bubble in a lot of assets. I'm not going to turn a blind eye. We are in a market bubble to some degree. However, I am betting on my blue chips, such as, of course, Algorand, Hedera Hashgraph, XRP, XLM, Polkadot, Atom, and a variety of others that have real funding, real volume, and real utility. Now, of course, Samsung, we already mentioned them building a metaverse with Decentraland. Well, check this out. Samsung Electronics announced 3 TV models for 2022 that will enable NFT trading. However, I just got a Samsung TV at my new place in Puerto Rico, and now I'm kicking myself that I didn't get this, but it's probably not even available where I'm at anyways. And also, I know I mentioned Chainlink. I do want to finish up a clip of Vase being super candid and telling how he bought Chainlink at pennies. And of course, realized that he made a killing when it was at $7.
That was a good lesson to learn. At that same time, this is how good of an investor I was when it came to diversifying my diversification strategy at this time. I was just scrolling through the limited amount of coins that were offered on Binance at that time, and I saw Link, and I just liked the ticker because I'm a big Zelda fan, and I was just whatever. So I really put a lot of thought into making these decisions, but I ended up buying Link for pennies, and then I came back to it years later when I'd quit my job, and I was like, oh, that coin is it that I put $4,000 or $5,000 into is at $7 today. That's cool. And I rode that to probably 18 or 19, and then took profit. And then I started reading books.
As always, I'm grateful for everybody that likes and subscribes. Links are in the video description, and until next time.